that invite you here. Not only that, you can also send an email to OnPassive Nation, and you'll be able to receive a copy of this webinar. All right.
So, Julie, just to clarify, so Mike will be doing the presentation today.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. Welcome everyone around the world. Our founders of OnPassive, our guests that are joining us today. Today is the day we wanted to be here to share the opportunity of OnPassive with you today. And all of us here on the screen have been with a company called OnPassive for some of us 2 years, 3 years, and there are many founders actually joining us today as well. We wanted to welcome you here so that you can share and you can understand about the opportunity that we are about to share with you. The person who invite you here really care about you. So we do hope that you take the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes to listen to what's shared here and be able to make a better decision when you want to become a founder of OnPassive. My name is Julie Nguyen. I am coming to you from California, and I have been in OnPassive for almost 3 years, and it is the best thing ever happened in my life. The best part of it is I get to know so many leaders, the people that have lots of marketing and lots of business experience under their belt. The first person that I like to share with you, that I like to introduce with you is my dear friend. I call him my brother. His name is Marty DeGamo. He has been as a project manager, business owner for the last 20 years. Doing that, he just doesn't feel like it is a right place for him to be, to bring people with him. So in the past 14 years, he has joined the online world, and he has so many experience. I would love for him to introduce himself. Marty DeGamo, if you would please unmute your mic and talk to us.
Julie, fantastic job as always. Hello, panel. Hello, everyone else. A little about myself. First, welcome here. We're going to share a business with you that I can honestly say you've never seen before, I'm sure. Like Julie said, I have been online. This is my 18th year, full time, by the way. And I got on for the same reason as most people. I was looking to make an income, and I didn't want to come on and make a little money. I wanted to make enough to replace what I was doing, because you know, in life, what do we have? We have a certain amount of time, and time means nothing if you don't have money. I've done that. So like I said, 18 years ago, I joined a business. Couldn't even tell you which one. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a little story of how it went, and most of you can relate. In fact, about 99% of you, I'm sure. Got in the business, did what I was supposed to, listen to the gurus or whatever they told me, whoever was top people in whatever business it was. And they tell you, make a list, do this, you got to do this, you got to read this, you got to listen to this tape. And I did it all. And about 2 months in, 3 months in, I'm like, oh, this isn't as easy as I thought. For one thing, now I wasn't sure about is you've got an auto ship. Okay, so I spent $500, I think, the first time on a kit to be part of the business, and then you have a monthly fee. It was like $150. Okay, so the second month, I am now online losing money, and that is not what I wanted, right? So I don't remember what the product was. It doesn't matter. And some of the products are good. I'm not going to bash people or bash companies. I got on to try to create some kind of income. So this went on. I mean, and then that company faded off, whatever. I logged in one day and it said under maintenance. It's still under maintenance 17 and a half years later. Okay. So it disappeared. Next business you get in, and you do the same thing and you got a little more knowledge of, but all you're really learning is what you don't know. Right? I mean, every week and every month that went by, I'm thinking, well, I got to build a team. And I'm at the point now, if I go to my family again, they're never going to talk to me again, right? I mean, you guys know what it feels like. They're running from you. Like a get together at a picnic, and I'm sitting by myself at a picnic table because they know I'm going to ask them about a business. Anyway, but I did it to help them. In my mind and heart was, I really wanted to share what I was doing because I thought it would help them too. But well, what happened was that went on for a long time, and it cost me a lot of money. And eventually I said, you got to learn how to create your own leads or drive your own traffic. When you hear traffic today, it means customers to whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're selling a book. I don't care if you're selling lotions, potions, vacation, whatever it is, you need people coming or looking at your website. And most companies give you a website, replicated website. It's beautiful. It's got all the bells and whistles. Means nothing if nobody's looking at it. Okay. I don't know why I thought if I have a nice website, everybody's just going to cram into it. But there's billions of websites and you got to be able to get people to come to it. So about 9 years ago, I met up with Mike Ellis and then a gentleman named Dan Street. And at that point, I was doing okay with different social media like Twitter and all that, and met up with Mike and Dan, and they had skills I didn't. And I think I had skills they didn't. But together we did okay. We did very good. So what do we have now? Now I'm in there with 3 guys, and it's a lot. By the way, it's pretty easy to build a business. It's easier with a team, a couple of people. So we get in and we could drive traffic. We build a team 200, 300, sometimes 4,000, sometimes 5,000. Like, holy cow, this is amazing. Okay, here's the first threshold you hit. And this is nothing to brag about, but people do. Hey, I made so much last month, I'm breaking even. That's crazy, right? I mean, why would you brag about that? They're bragging about it because they've lost money for 7 years. So you get to that level, you're like Scott, you're happy as heck. Anyway, that wasn't what I wanted. And what we found, which was the most painful of all, okay, here we can build a team. If we could find a business that would last more than 60 days and a good product, viable product, everybody wants it. Getting those combinations is like playing chess with a master chess player. I mean, I'm not kidding. You get one thing and this one doesn't work, or you get this and the paper ends a lie, or you get, anyway. So we get a couple businesses that seem to be pretty well. Now, what do you have? I am meeting Marty, Mike, and Dan 10 years earlier online. The guy I'm meeting doesn't have the skills to build his own list. He can't get traffic. He can't do all the stuff just like I couldn't do. And I'm thinking, crap, I don't remember reading about this, right? So now I said, me and Mike and Dan got together because we didn't want to build a team without bringing people with us. So, okay, we'll help them. So we built a little mini systems here, Johnny. Use this. Well, it was still difficult because even if Johnny did the same ads we did, like in Facebook example, Facebook's a really, really difficult place to do ads. Johnny's getting kicked out of Facebook because Johnny decided to add the word something. And Facebook went, you can't say that, get out. I'm not kidding you, that's how bad it is. So now we're like, oh, what do we do now? So then you get a handful of people that can do it a little bit. And I'm thinking, man, so about 3 years ago, to make a long story really long, is we ran into this company called OnPassive that you're going to hear about. And I met up with Peter Rogers and Red Redford. Red's not here. He usually works with us on these webinars. And I said, what are you guys doing? I trusted him, right? Because I was about to quit. I was getting tired of all the nonsense and then building a team and actually using people to make money. That's what it felt like. Couldn't bring anybody with you. How can you do that? You can't duplicate what you're doing. And the gurus that tell you that, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Tony Robbins. You cannot duplicate what they're doing. If they could do it, it wouldn't be the same 3%, 2% that make money. Come on, math, you're going to have to be a genius. So I asked him a question. I said, what is this business? He told me, I said, okay. Is there a limit on how much you can make? No. Is there an auto ship? That means you pay every month, right? No. Can anybody do it? Yep. It's 100% automated, hands-free. How much closet space am I going to need? None. It's all digital. Okay. Is it a widget or something that nobody heard of and I got to try to tell people how great it is for their life? And he said, no, they're in high demand now. The difference is the value is maxed out. There'll be no competition. And I went, okay, I'm in. Now I'm thinking, he's going to slam me with the cost, right? Because it can't be this good. So I'm like looking at credit cards. I'm trying to figure out if I could sell a couple of my dogs, you know, but my wife loves them, so I couldn't do that. So he told me the price. I'm not even going to tell you. Mike also goes through all that. And I'm like, well, I'm in. I was in 30 seconds. Never met the owner, never knew nothing about that. Went back to Mike. And I told him something. I'm not even sure it was English. Mike said, oh, okay. I think he signed up because he didn't want to hear me talk. And then Dan did the same thing. And then the rest is history. What I did see then, the only thing I want to tell you is I was wrong. It was better and bigger. And it's getting bigger and better every day. And this truly is a business that I don't care if you're tall, short, fat, skinny, black, purple, green. I don't care what country you're from. You can be successful in this business. And for me, that is the golden ticket. I feel like I got the Willy Wonka bar with the golden ticket. I'm not kidding. So right now I'm going to introduce Michael Ellis. He gives a presentation, probably the best of anybody I know. And in about 23 minutes, he'll be done. And like Julie said, if you want a copy of this webinar, we will send it to you if you go to onpassivenation@gmail.com. I'm going to turn over to Mike Ellis, my friend and business partner, and thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. A great introduction to what OnPassive is not. Lynn, thanks for coming. I know you don't come to this one very often, but we're glad you're here. And you're off the hook. I'll do the presentation and then you can fill in what I miss.
All right.
Yeah. You know, today we're really talking to the new people that are just exploring OnPassive. And if you're looking for a way to build an income, to build a residual income, to build wealth, you're in the right place. This is not difficult. And initially, what I'd like to do, those individuals that are new, you're just exploring OnPassive, if you could, raise your hand. And the reason I'm saying that is I'd just like to know who I'm talking to. I know there are a lot of founding members in this webinar, but if you're new, and I'm not going to call on you, I'm not going to embarrass you, I just like to know who I'm talking to. If you're new, if you could, just go down below and click the raise hand button. And Julie, if you could, just let me know how many hands come up.
I saw two and now there's one.
Okay, and that's fine. It doesn't matter if there's one or if there's 100. I don't really care. But the presentation I'm going to do today is for you. It's specifically for you. So we've got one, right, Julie?
And there's hands up on YouTube, but you can't see them, but that's okay.
Okay,
exactly.
So
there's two in the room right now that are hand raised.
Okay, you guys can disappear. not the people listening, but Julie and Marty can disappear. So we're going to be talking about OnPassive. OnPassive is a way forward to build wealth. That's really what it is. And as we look at OnPassive, OnPassive is a massive corporation today. We are in the process of going into the global launch today. OnPassive was developed by an individual named Vash Mufara. It is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. These are digital products online, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. But what Ash and his team in Hyderabad have done, and he's got about 250 technicians in Hyderabad that make the products of OnPassive, it really is extraordinary. although OnPassive, as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, will be a unicorn company, and that is a company that has a value of over $1 billion. It's massive, guys. It is absolutely massive. And it is extremely complicated, the company of OnPassive. But what Ash Mufareh has done, really ingenious. What he's done is given us a way forward to come in, participate with OnPassive, and really have a way to develop wealth online. Now, before I get into what Ash has done for us, and it's really, really simple. You guys are going to hear this and you're just going to, well, yeah, that just, it just makes sense. But before we get into what OnPassive is going to do for you and I, as we go into the global launch, it's really important to understand that OnPassive not only is a massive company today, it will launch as a unicorn company, a company that has a value of over $1 billion. It'll be about 4.5 billion as we go into the global launch. But what kind of longevity OnPassive is going to have? Once you understand that, now you have a way forward because you know you're going to have the time necessary to build wealth online. And as we look at OnPassive and what they've done, really the product side is really, really important. And Marty touched on this early on as he introduced OnPassive to us. As we look at the product side of OnPassive, all of the products that OnPassive has developed over the last 3 years, and all these products, they've been developed from the bottom up, cutting edge technology. All of this technology is proprietary. It is superior at a lower price point. And anytime you can develop products online that are in high demand, superior products at a lower price point, people will just flock in to use those products. Everybody loves a deal. Everybody loves a product that will work better for them, make their lives easier, their businesses easier, their bottom line easier. This is the value that OnPassive and Ash Mufareh and his team is bringing to the market. And I'll just give you a quick example with one product of OnPassive. And the product I'm going to talk about is the webinar platform. Today, we're doing a webinar on Zoom, and Zoom is the biggest player in the webinar platform arena niche today. They are absolutely massive. Last year, they did $123 billion in revenue with this one product. And again, this is one product. When we look at OnPassive, OnPassive has over 50 products and growing, but this is one product of OnPassive that they will launch to the world. It's called OConnect. I've talked to some of the technicians that are in OnPassive and are participating with OnPassive, and they know the language, they know the technology, and as they talk about the webinar platform, Zoom, OConnect, and they compare the two, they tell me very, very nonchalantly that OConnect, because it is so superior, the technology is cutting edge technology, and it does so many more things than the Zoom that we're on today. They believe they'll take 85 to 90% of the market the first year, okay? Now that's $123 billion in revenue, one product. OnPassive has over 50 of them, and I'll talk about a few more of them as we go. But when you look at the Zoom platform and you look at the OConnect platform and us taking 90 to 95% of that market away from them, here's where it gets really, really interesting. Ash Mufareh told us very, very early on that the wealth that OnPassive was going to generate, he was going to share with those individuals participating with OnPassive. That's you and I. And he wasn't going to share just a little bit. He was going to share the majority of the wealth with those individuals participating with OnPassive. So it's not going to be 10 or 12 or 15 or 20%. It's going to be 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth coming into OnPassive that he's going to share with us. And when you think about that, and you think about a very, very large niche, the webinar platform, Zoom being one of them, and Ash sharing that wealth with us, Zoom doing $123 billion in a year and taking 90, 95% of that market and sharing it with us, it shows you the place that those individuals are that are participating with OnPassive. And when Ash Mufareh shares that much wealth with those individuals participating, It just gives us a way, a surety to be able to not only build an income, but build wealth online. This is so cool what Ash and his team have done. It is revolutionary. This has never been done before in the history of business, in the history of the world, being able to come in, participate with a company, and participate with the sheer wealth that's going to be coming into OnPassive. So as you think about OnPassive, the product side, really, really important. Customer side, really, really important. And the sheer volume that OnPassive is going to be bringing in. And I'll get into that in a little bit. So as we look at OnPassive, Ash and his team, they have built a behemoth that is going to go into the global launch of OnPassive, and people aren't going to know what hit them. Companies that are servicing the niches that OnPassive will be servicing, they're not going to know what hit them, because I believe OnPassive will come in and just start taking market share left and right. People will flock in, superior, lower price point. This is the product of OnPassive. This is what OnPassive is going to be doing as we go into the global launch of OnPassive. So let's get to the important part of this. What is OnPassive going to do for you? And in the end, that's all that matters right now. As you come in and explore OnPassive, yeah, more things will come into your mind's eye. But initially, what's important, what's it going to do for you? Can you build an income? Can you build residual income? And can you build wealth? That's it. As I came in, as Marty came in, as Lynn, Julie came in, that's what we were thinking about. So as we think about OnPassive, what are they going to do for you? As we come in and OnPassive goes into the global launch of OnPassive, here's what they're going to do. They're going to come in, they're going to use the IT tools of OnPassive. They're going to build an automated marketing platform, a sales platform. They're going to hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence. What does that do? This is really, really important. As soon as they hook that platform they build for you and I, as soon as they hook it up to AI, it becomes 100% automated, okay? Right away, you have a business that's 100% automated, okay? Not only that, but OnPassive guarantees that you will be successful. They're going to guarantee your success. So they're going to hook it up to AI, it becomes 100% automated. Then they're going to reach back into their IT tools. They're going to pull out traffic. Marty talked about this earlier. Traffic is so important to any business online and really offline. Any business has to have traffic. All that means is you get good qualified eyes in front of what you're doing. They come in, they look at the product, they love it, they buy it, and then you manage the customer. As we look at that, OnPassive is going to start driving traffic into your automated platform, your sales platform. As these customers come in, they are going to manage everything. Remember, 100% automated. So as a customer comes in, they're going to manage that customer. As the customer looks at the product, they're going to manage that. As the customer buys the product, they're going to manage that. And as customer starts using the product, they're going to manage that. If there are any problems, if the customer has any questions or anything, they're going to manage all of that. And really what that does, again, 100% automated. So important. So as we get paid as customers come in, land in your organization, and buy the product. That's how we get paid. It's a lot like a commission sales individual, works with a company, does a sale, $100, makes 10%, they make $10. It works just like that, except OnPassive is managing the whole sales process with the platform they build hooked up to AI. They're doing everything. And really all you have to do as you come in is participate, make sure your back office is organized, hooked up. And as the money comes in and lands in your wallet, what do? You take it out, you put it in your bank. That is OnPassive in a nutshell. This is what they're going to do for each and every one of us. Very, very simple. Now, as we look at OnPassive, there are four concepts you need to keep in the back of your mind. Number one, OnPassive is a self-funding business. I'll get to that in a second. Number two, they're going to force you to be successful. I've already talked about that. Number three, 4, and 5 is product, customer, and volume. When you understand the product side, superior, customers coming in because it is superior at a lower price point, and then the volume coming in, you have a way forward to actually start building wealth. This is OnPassive. So how does all of this happen? As OnPassive goes into the global launch of OnPassive, as OnPassive goes into, well, let's start with the founding membership right now. Right now, there is a membership. It's called the founding membership. It is a $97 membership. It is an early bird position. What does it do? It locks you into the company of OnPassive. It locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive. That's really, really important. Once you're locked into OnPassive, you know, as we go into the global launch, you're taken care of. It's a done deal, guys. Every founding member of OnPassive, I believe, over the course of time, maybe it's a year, year and a half, there you will get to that point where you do not have to worry about finances. The founding membership will have so many benefits. One of them, traffic, another, bonuses within the pay structure of OnPassive. But the founding membership will put you in a position to know as you move forward, it's a done deal, guys. And that's where we all want to be. Being locked into the company, letting them go to work for you, and being locked into the pay structure, it's a really, really big deal. Founding membership, $97. There's also a $5 fee for the credit card that we use. It's about $102. So right at $100 for the founding membership. So let's get into how we come into OnPassive and what OnPassive is actually going to be doing. So as OnPassive does the global launch, the founding members of OnPassive that have paid that $97 fee, you will come in and we will all come into OnPassive as customers. Now, OnPassive, you pay once, you never have to go out of pocket again. The $97 is a one-time fee, founding membership. As we come in, we're going to have to pay a subscription fee as we go into the global launch. The subscription fee is going to be between $200 and $300. We don't know what it's going to be. I always say $300. If it's less than that, it'll be a nice surprise. So that's a total of $400. But as we come in, OnPassive goes into the global launch of OnPassive, we have to pay that subscription fee. With that subscription fee, we get all the products of OnPassive, and it's going to become, you're going to understand why we need that in just a second. That prescription fee is a monthly fee, but you will pay it once, you'll never go out of pocket again. After we do that, we go in our back office, we click a button, we become independent resellers of the IT product. I have to add that because in order to get paid by OnPassive, we all have to be independent resellers of the IT product. So let's back up to the subscription fee. Again, we come in, we pay the $300, we get all the products of OnPassive, all the IT products, the AI products. When that happens, OnPassive goes to work for each and every one of us. They're going to come in, they're going to build a marketing platform, they're going to hook it up to AI, they're going to drive the traffic. Customers are going to come in, land in your organization. That's how we get paid. Okay. Very, very simple. It really is. Now, as we look at the subscription fee, it is a monthly fee, but I've told you, you have to go out of pocket once, you won't have to go out of pocket again. That is true. As OnPassive starts to go to work for us, we've done the global launch. The preceding months will be paid from the profits you'll make with OnPassive. You will never have to go out of pocket more than once for the subscription fee and the founder's fee. It's a total of $400. That is OnPassive. OnPassive is going to go to work for us. When we come in, pay the $300. They're literally going to give us 100% automated business for all the reasons I just talked about. So as you think about OnPassive, keep it very, very simple. It is a self-funding program. They're going to force you to be successful. You will make money with OnPassive. Product, customer, volume. That's all it is. It really is that simple. Let's talk about volume just very, very quickly, because volume is really, really important. That wealth has to come in order for us to be in a position to where we don't have to, we only have to pay once, go out of pocket once. I want to talk about 4 products, and it'll give you an idea of the sheer volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive. Again, these are 4 products. There are over 50 products in OnPassive. All the products of OnPassive, cutting edge, built from the ground up, superior, lower price point. All of them very, very large niches. So let's talk about these 4 products. One of the products is OConnect. That's the webinar platform. The other one is OStaff. That's an HR platform. Businesses can come in and manage their HR department. The other one is Ocademy. That is an educational platform. And the other one is OTraffic, the traffic platform that OnPassive has. Just these 3 niches. They are massive. They are in high demand. They are legal. There are so many people online that use these 4 niches. And when we talk about the revenue that just these 4 niches, these 4 products generate a year, it's $483 billion. Okay. Massive. Again, just 4. There are over 50 of them, 50 products of OnPassive. When we think about these 4 products, these 4 niches, $483 billion in revenue annually, how much of this do you think OnPassive is going to take? Again, superior product, lower cost point, greater value. What if it's 10%? What if it's 25? What if it's 30%? I really don't know how much they're going to take, but I think they're going to take a majority of that market in time. The first year, maybe they take 10%. With these 4 products, if they take 10%, that's 480. It's not 400. It's $48 billion of revenue coming into OnPassive, 10%. We know OnPassive, Ash Mufareh is going to share the majority of the wealth with those individuals that are founders. That's you and I. $48 billion. These numbers get so big, it's hard for me to say them. With 4 products, how much annual revenue is going to be coming into OnPassive? It is going to be massive, guys. Just these 4 products, $48 billion, sharing that revenue with those individuals that are founding members of OnPassive. Guys, you have found a place that will give you a way forward, not only to take care of your income, give you a residual income, and build substantial wealth online and be able to leave a legacy to your family, your community, and your family. This is what Ash Mufareh has done. When we look at OnPassive, we are in over 200 countries today. When we look at OnPassive, there are no qualifications. OnPassive is never going to tell you what you can earn. They're never going to put limits on what you can earn or new qualifications on what you can earn. OnPassive, as you think about it, 100% automated using AI technology. And when that happens, 100% automated, you're in a position to just let it rock and roll. And this company will give you the ability to have a business that will last for decades. Gives us longevity, gives us that time to literally build wealth online. This is OnPassive. I'm going to turn it back over to Julie and let her toss it around a little bit and introduce Lynn. We are in a position today, each and every one of us, to build wealth. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. And we have that. Julie talked about the product that was released the other day. That is OStaff. It is massive. And it is absolutely beautiful. People will flock in again to use that product. They will flock in to use every product of OnPassive. So Julie, I'll turn it back over to you, and you and Lynn can help me fill in the gaps. Go ahead, Julie.
Absolutely, Mike. Thank you so much for a beautiful presentation. What you have shared today to everyone that listening into us is the details of the opportunity, and also a little bit over view of the products of OnPassive. It's a beautiful opportunity. It's the last business we'll ever offer in life. As a business owner, as a businesswoman for 20 years, I have never found anything like this would help me to be able to automate my own business, give me more time to spend with my family, give me abundance living as well. OnPassive is offering a complete online solution. If you are a business owner, or even if you are an individual who wish to have an online business that you never know how to start, where to start, never know how to build an online business, this is it. OnPassive giving you the opportunity to do so. Even if you don't have a business right now, OnPassive is going to be your business. So without any more questions, get back with the person who shared this with you, because this is the last opportunity in life. And that's from me as a person who are doing many things in life, owning physical business, online business. This is it. There's nothing out there that is better than OnPassive, and there are no other place that I'd rather be than OnPassive. Coming to OnPassive, I have an opportunity to meet so many people around the world. Lynn Nakamoto is one of our founders, and she's coming to us from Florida. I'd like Lynn to please open your mic and talk to us just a little bit about your journey of OnPassive. And if myself or Mike miss any point, you could absolutely bring it up as well, Lynn. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you, Mike, for a stellar presentation. As usual, the best of the best as far as presentation. Thank you. My name is Lynn Nakamoto, and let me tell you a bit about myself. I was born and raised in Hawaii. I'm a country girl, lived a very, very simple life. We picked coffee and macadamia nuts. That's the life that I had. And then I ended up going to the main island of Oahu. I was born and raised in the Big Island, but I moved to Oahu and I stayed there. You know, I got my bachelor's and my master's degree, and I ended up staying there because of career opportunities, you know. And I worked for over 4 decades as a professional. But in Hawaii, the cost of living is very, very high. So many of us, in fact, I would say most of the people in Hawaii live from check to check. So I found myself as a retiree in Hawaii and thinking, how the heck am I going to survive with the cost of living there? So I ended up moving to Florida, where the cost of living was much lower. And I realized that my retiree income was not enough to survive on, you know, so I started looking online for opportunities. And I tried this and that. I mean, clothing, jewelry, supplements, CBD oil products, household products, you name it, I did it. And my husband will often remind me that I did not make any money. As much as I thought that I was working very hard and trying my best, I truly wasn't making any money in these businesses. So I was about ready to just give up, throw in the towel, say heck with these online businesses. But a friend of mine brought this opportunity to me. And I believe it was God sent. You know, I joined, but I was not active at the beginning like many, because it didn't dawn on me what OnPassive was. You know, but a year hence from then, I realized what I had in hand, you know, and this is when I started to get active and I started to share OnPassive with everyone I know, because I knew that if I was going to get the blessings of this company, I should share it. Why would I keep it to myself? So just on my heart was speaking to me and telling me, share, share, share. So I'm really glad that I did. You know, since about 2020, I've been doing this with all my heart and my soul. I really believe in OnPassive and what it's going to do for all of us, for all of humanity. I believe that this company is unique. You know, I believe that this company is an equalizer. What does that mean? Equalizer means it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, your educational level, your socioeconomic status. None of that matters when you come into OnPassive, because this business model will guarantee your success. Yes, literally guarantee your success. Everyone will enjoy the benefits of automation, artificial intelligence. Therefore, it is impossible for any one of us to fail within OnPassive. So this is why I really think OnPassive is going to make a big difference in our world. As more and more people come into OnPassive, just think about the impact we're going to have on humanity. We are going to have time freedom. We're going to have financial freedom. We'll have enough to fuel our cars, as they say. You know, we'll have enough to fill our tanks, and more than that. And what are we going to do with this extra wealth? We can't use it all, right? So, as Ash Mufara, our humanitarian leader, says, share some of that abundance. Share that abundance to make this world a better place. So I, for one, am so proud to be a founder of this company. And I hope you here today who are guests will see what OnPassive is and the value that it's going to bring to all of you, to give you all true freedom. So come on board. You know, this opportunity to be a founder is limited. I mean, that is time limited, right? So don't delay. Make the critical decision to change your life and get that true freedom that everybody longs for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for the beautiful share today. And thank you for all the efforts that you are putting on to help other founders around the world. As everyone understands, the founders of OnPassive, where we are today, is the best place we ever been. And right now, we do have 1.1 million people giving themselves the opportunity to become a founder of OnPassive. The questions I have for you as the viewers of this presentation, why not you? Why not give yourself an opportunity? Why not go and explore OnPassive? Because this is a last business in life. It will give you the abundance living, and it will force you to be successful. Not only that, it will relieve you from so many stress, especially the business owner. Nowadays, within this pandemic, this time, there are so many businesses are currently have to put a close sign because they can't run it. It's just because of so many bills that it's been spending and using. So if you are listening to this opportunity, and if you thought to yourself, I will look into it, but not only that, please, if you know a business or two, business owners or two out there, please do share this opportunity with them. Once again, if you would like to have a copy of this presentation, please send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. I also put that in the chat as well. And if you like a little bit more information about OnPassive, please go to our website, www.onpassive.com. Mike and Marty and Lynn, do you have any last words for today?
Yeah, let me let me just share something very, very quickly, Julie. Lynn talked about sharing OnPassive, and you can share OnPassive. And I want to talk about that just a second. With OnPassive, it is passive. You don't have to sell, you don't have to share, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to do any of that. But you can if you have that inclination. If you're a team builder and you want to come on and build an organization, you can do that. Why would you do that? It just cuts time frames. We will all get to the place where we don't worry about income. We will all get there. But if you're a team builder, it's a lot like having a territory. You're a sales individual, you have a territory, you need to bring other sales individuals in to manage that territory. And as those individuals come in and they make sales, or OnPassive makes sales for them, you also get a little piece of that. So it will help you cut time frames. But more importantly than that, when you share it, you are changing that individual's life, even if they don't know it yet. OnPassive, it's a game changer. It will change their financial future. So when you look at OnPassive, yes, you can build if you're a builder. Absolutely, you can do that. You can share OnPassive. But if you are not, don't worry about it. Again, 100% automated. So I just wanted to add that very, very quickly. Lynn, you did a great job talking about it. I just wanted to tweak it just a little bit. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Mike, for adding that. Marty, do you have any last words? Or Lynn? All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, especially our guests and our founders. Founders would like to remind you on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to have a roundtable discussions. And our guests today, we do welcome you on that meeting if you are becoming a founder today. So please get back with the person who shared this opportunity with you. Ask them for their personal link and sign up to be a founder of OnPassive. Thank you so much for your time that joining us today. We appreciate you, founders around the world, and we appreciate the viewers that are watching it from our YouTube channel as well. Have a great day. Once again, if you would like to have a copy of this webinar, please send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. And if you like to take a look at our website, please go to www.onpassive.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night from Orange County, California.
Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Lynn. You did great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Take
everyone.
care.